Every morning, millions of us, well, we do the exact same thing, don't we? Get in the car, turn the key,
Right.
and join this huge, moving mass of metal. We just call it traffic, usually complain about it. But what if it's not really chaos? What if traffic is actually like the most predictable synchronized movement on the planet?
Mm.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into why we do this, trying to answer a really simple question from this fascinating study. Why are you in the car?
No.
Welcome to the deep dive. The source we're digging into is called the Grand Auto Survey, a study of why people drive. It's this anthropological experiment
Oh.
by Dr. Lev Moten. And our goal here is to figure out what's really driving us literally, why our whole way of life seems tied to movement. The study itself says the road is the bloodstream of a restless species. So let's figure out what makes you restless behind the wheel.
Yeah, and to really get the findings, you have to look at how they did it. GAS 2025, they called it. And it wasn't about, perfect statistics. It was more like psychological mapping.
Psychological mapping. How so?
Well, it all centered on that one question, right? Why are you in the car? They pulled together lots of data, public stats, behavioral studies, all that. But they also used something the researcher called intergenerational intuition. Basically, he checked his baseline categories against answers from his granddaughter.
Wait, his granddaughter. I love that. Using a teenager to figure out basic human drives, that's actually kind of brilliant.
It is, isn't it? And they imagine gathering data constantly, 24 times a day, to catch everything from the Monday morning commute to the Sunday drive.
Okay, so let's dive into the results. What are the big reasons we're all out there? Sounds like necessity is a huge part of it.
Oh, absolutely. The top categories really hammer that home. Number one, the biggest slice by far, is commuting to work. That's 32% of all trips.
32%, wow.
But the study doesn't just leave it there. It calls the commute the secular pilgrimage.
Secular pilgrimage. Okay, tell me more about that.
Yeah, it's framed as this daily act of devotion to productivity. You perform the rite of ignition, you burn the fuel, all in service of the system,
Huh. A pilgrimage.
Hmm.
That makes the daily grind sound almost noble instead of just frustrating.
Well, the idea is the level of commitment, right? People sacrifice so much time, money, sanity, sometimes day in, day out. That dedication, that regularity, it mirrors a kind of ritual. It keeps the whole economic engine running.
Okay, that makes a weird kind of sense.
Uh,
What's next after the work pilgrimage?
Right behind it, category 2, is shopping and groceries. That's 18%. And this is where the anthropology angle gets really interesting. Because these trips, they often go way beyond just picking up what you need right now.
Oh, yeah. You go for milk, come back with bags full of
Yeah.
everything but milk sometime.
Exactly. And the study suggests it's less about the stuff itself and more about reassurance.
Reassurance.
Yeah. It's like our modern way of doing the hunter-gatherer thing. We're not stalking mammoths, but we're collecting proof of stability from the supermarket aisles.
So filling the cart is like a ritual to prove everything's okay, that we have enough.
That's the interpretation. It's survival instinct dressed up as a trip to Costco.
Got it. Okay, what else is in that top tier of necessity?
The last one in that main block is school and daycare runs at 10%.
The parental taxi service?
Pretty much. The study had a great label for the kids, mini commuters in training, starting the cycle early.
So work, shopping, school runs. That's about 60% combined. The big reasons.
Yeah.
But the study says the next group, the smaller ones, are crucial too.
Totally crucial. These are the minor but mighty motives. The study calls them the capillaries of civic life.
Capillaries.
Okay, individually, they're not huge percentages, but you take them away, the whole system starts to break down.
So what falls into this category?
Well, you can group them. You've got medical appointments, that's 8%. Health on wheels, basically.
Look, unnecessary?
Then basic errands bank, post office, maybe the dreaded DMV run, that's 6%. The study called it bureaucracy's exercise routine.
Huh. I like that one.
And then deliveries and gig work food delivery, ride-sharing drivers, package drop-offs, that's 7%, the mobile labor class. Moving things so others don't have to.
It's easy to forget how much depends on those seemingly small trips. Okay, so after the necessities and the civic capillaries, what's left? The fringes.
Yeah, the edges. These are smaller shares, but they tell us something about maybe deeper needs.
Like what?
Well, there's tourism and weekend drives, that's 4%. Nicely put as asphalt-based escapism.
Just getting away from it all via the highway. Makes sense.
Then pet transport, 3%. The study notes this is mostly voluntary. The pets would prefer the couch.
Probably true. My dog definitely agrees with that.
But then there's this really intriguing one, also at 3%. The reason given was simply just needed to drive.
Needed to drive. No destination.
Exactly. No real purpose beyond the motion itself. The study calls these drivers humanity's unacknowledged philosophers.
Wow, finding meaning just by moving. That's deep.
It really is pure existential motion.
Which kind of leads to the next big piece of this study, right? The simulation. What happens if you stop the movement?
Yes, the dependency hypothesis. This is where they really push the thought experiment. They simulated removing each driving motive week by week to see what happens to, well, civilization.
Okay, walk me through it. Week 1.
Week 1, they took away work commutes. Predictably, productivity tanks.
Yeah.
But the interesting side effect, caffeine demand collapses.
No commute stress, no need for the extra coffee.
Seems like it. And people apparently rediscovered breakfast, relaxed breakfast. Suggests the commute itself injects a necessary stress to start the day.
Fascinating. So the commute isn't just about the job, it's about setting the day's rhythm with stress.
That's the implication. Okay, week 2, remove groceries runs.
Okay, what happens then? Delivery chaos.
Big time. Delivery drones darken the skies, as the study puts it. But the key impact was on quality. Specifically, banana quality plummeted.
Banana quality.
Seriously. The logistics couldn't keep up efficiently. Shows how much invisible work that 18% of driving actually does.
Right. And then week 4, taking away leisure drives.
Yeah, the fun stuff. Instagram sunset photos dropped 80%. Big environmental plus, obviously. And people started walking more, rediscovering it as a way to think.
So taking away driving forces back to older rhythms. But what was the final conclusion when they removed all driving by week 11?
The silence was the first thing. It felt alien. But society didn't just stop.
No.
No. Within days, people invented new reasons to move, even nonsensical ones. The conclusion, motion isn't just a habit, it's an addiction.
An addiction, that's a strong word. Why addiction, not just habit?
It comes down to the psychological analysis. The study argues the car is like the therapy couch of the industrial soul.
Therapy couch. How so?
Well, think about it. You're the driver, you're enclosed, it's your space. You're both the patient, working things out in your head, and the therapist, kind of guiding yourself.
I can see that. The quiet time alone.
Exactly. The steering wheel is like meditation beads, keeping your hands occupied. The GPS voice, it's like this calm, guiding presence. It offers solitude without isolation.
And control. You feel in control, even if you're stuck in traffic.
Precisely. That feeling, that illusion of control is powerful, maybe addictive.
Okay, so this all ties together into some bigger picture ideas, these paradoxes of motion.
Yeah, the study synthesizes it into a few key points. First, mobility as myth. Meaning the car is our modern symbol, our shrine of autonomy. We drive not just to get somewhere, but to be between places. That in-between state is where we feel that pure sense of control.
So it's freedom from a place as much as freedom to go somewhere else.
Interesting.
Right. Then there's traffic as collective therapy.
Collective therapy. But everyone hates traffic.
Consciously, yes.
Yeah.
But subconsciously.
Right.
The highway is like society's group meditation. Everyone alone together. There's a weird comfort in knowing everyone else is stuck in the same ritual.
Huh. Never thought of it that way. A shared silent struggle.
Sort of. Then comes the paradox of efficiency.
Let me guess. Things meant to reduce driving.
Yep.
Don't. You got it. Every invention, remote work, delivery apps, self-driving cars, eventually it doesn't eliminate motion. It just creates new motion elsewhere. Like you work from home, so maybe you drive less, but the delivery trucks drive more. Or the data starts driving servers, humming, information moving. The motion just shifts form.
Okay, I see. The total amount of movement stays constant or even grows.
Which leads to the last idea, purpose inflation. If you take away one reason to drive, say commuting,
we just invent another reason.
Exactly. We feel this need to justify our existence through movement. So eliminate a purpose, and we inflate another one or create a new one entirely. The drive to move is fundamental.
So my working from home didn't really reduce traffic. It just changed who was driving and maybe why.
Wow. Okay, so if there's one big takeaway for you listening, maybe it's this. Traffic isn't just random chaos. The study says it's choreography, a ballet of impatience performed with precision honking. It's a system, a predictable, human-driven system based on intent. And that really is the core hypothesis from the Grand Auto Survey. Civilization doesn't run on gas or electricity. It runs on intent. Motion isn't just something we do. It's our environment. It's our habitat.
Our habitat.
Yeah. Think about Dr. Nemoten's final thought experiment. Imagine way down the line, autonomous cars are everywhere. One pulls up next to you, and you're still driving manually. The car's AI might ask, "Human, why are you still in the car?" And maybe the only truly honest answer you could give, reflecting on all this is because I'm studying you.
Something to think about next time you're behind the wheel.
Hmm.
What's your intent today?